I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome to another player review, early morning review for you. If you are watching it in the morning, of course. If you are, let me know in the comments and hit the like button just so I know whether there's any point me uploading reviews this early. But James Henry, 84 rated team of the season playing for Oxford. The morning reviews tend to be the sort of lower rated EFL cards. I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. Every morning we'll have an EFL review and then maybe 2 or 3 other sort of not bigger plays, but you know what I mean, the higher rated cards from the community team of the season. I think those will be the ones that I release in the afternoon, as well as maybe a Road to Glory here or there, and of course the 6 o'clock content as we do. But 84 Henry has caught my eye because he's got some decent stats. I've given him a Maestro. I'm not sure whether that was the right call. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get into a bit more of the gameplay. But in terms of his natural raw stats, I don't think it's that bad a card, really. I mean, he's currently coming in at around 15, 17,000, you know, maybe a little bit less depending on your platform. But 86 acceleration, 89 sprint speed, 90 long shot, 93 shot power. That's a good combination instantly. I mean, he's not got the best close range finishing at 81. It's not terrible, but it's not great. And of course, his attack position at only 73 is an issue. Does the Maestro fix that? Not really. It does boost it by 5, but it doesn't do an awful lot to it, really. I mean, up from 73 to 88, 78 is still not really that great, is it? Let's be honest. Let's move on, though. So, decent building blocks for passing. You know, 87 crossing is quite good. Not that anyone ever puts balls into the box, but still. 80 vision and 81 short passing. Not bad. Again, not great, but a building block there. And of course, with the Maestro Chem style, you do actually boost that up to 91 short passing, 85 vision. So then all of a sudden, that becomes sort of usable, I guess. I mean, you know me. Well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I use my wingers as strikers normally because I don't actually play in a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1 or whatever. I should start to maybe not learn how to use them, but I should experiment with them. And I think I probably will over the next couple of days. I'm going to set up a 4-2-3-1 because I come up against that an awful lot. So there has to be a reason why people use that. I'm going to test it out. So for the time being, at least, I tried to use him as a striker. It didn't really work. I can't quite put my finger on why. You'll see the team in just a second. You probably remember it from the Curtis review. But it didn't really work. He's got really good dribbling, actually, across the board, especially with the Maestro. With that Maestro, 92 agility, 84 balance, 80 reactions, 90 ball control, 94 dribbling, and 86 composure. Pretty decent. Not amazing, but good. For an 84 rated card, not bad at all. The downsides, 3-star, 3-star, medium work rates. Instantly, it kind of drops the, not expectation, but it just drops the enjoyment down slightly for me. Because this card with a 4-star, 4-star, and you're kind of thinking to yourself, not bad actually, could maybe work with that. That's the team I've got him in. It's not the best of teams. I mean, Kante is fantastic. Gerrard was on loan. Good defence, to be fair. Dabo there at right back, actually a very capable player. Review for him is already on the channel. And the Haji, I got out of a pack a while ago. Again, another capable player. We've got who was it? I mentioned his name a second ago and I completely forgot there on the left-hand side. Curtis, that's him. He was not great. So in comparison, is Henry better than Curtis? Yes, and I can reveal that straight away without going any further. This card is a lot better than Curtis, which doesn't really explain an awful lot really when you look at it, because in terms of stats, you know, Curtis is 4-star, 4-star. Henry isn't. Keep wanting to call him Henri as well. It's Henry, right? Yeah, pretty sure. Otherwise, he'd be French. But still, I just felt a little bit better with Henry than I did with Curtis, which doesn't, again, explain an awful lot to me because Henry fits the game. Sorry, Curtis fits the game more than Henry does. So theoretically it should be the other way around, and Henry isn't as good as Curtis is, and of course Curtis is 4-star. So I'm comparing them because I played them in the same team, and because they are sort of opposite sides to each other, very similar in terms of the overall. Curtis is actually higher, but it just goes to show you can't judge a book by its cover. It's kind of one of the reasons why I want to go and review these type of cards, not just because they're cheap and the risk is very minimal in terms of loss. It's a case of trying to find a hidden gem more than anything, because like I said, I'm going to start reviewing some of the community team of the season cards. Got Busquets up on the channel last night, and I'll continue to do that today with a few more. Maybe go after, I think Grimaldo might be on the list here. Maybe that's going to be later today, I'm not sure. Either way, my goal is to try and find some hidden gems. Henry has something about him. He's not like a great card. It's not even, I wouldn't even go as far as say it's a good card. It's kind of enjoyable. It's a weird one for me because, like I said, didn't really work as a striker, so I dropped him down into the cam position, and as soon as I did that, he got more involved, his positioning improved, and he seemed to be a little bit more capable in that area than he was as a striker. Some of the clips are going to be as him as a striker, and of course some of them are going to be him as a cam. I couldn't really tell you which one's which, in fairness, but I think this is the one where he's a cam. And he helps it onto Aiden McGeady, and then Hadji is there, gives it back to McGeady, and it's in the back of the net. But he's very capable in that cam role, so that's kind of what led me to believe that maybe the Maestro wasn't the right way to go, and what I should have done instead was maybe giving him an artist, because we don't need to boost the positioning. Because from 73 to 78 isn't going to make a blind bit of difference, really. Ball rolls the keeper there, slots it home. That's his second goal from Cam. Both goals from Cam. Yeah, I don't know. There was something about him. It wasn't like, oh, I'm blown away, this is a great card. And he's not meta. He's not weekend league capable. He's barely rivals capable. He's 3-star. He's got a whole list of cons. I mean, he's got more cons there than I've listed. I just run out of room, right? I mean, I could have added skill moves to it. I could have added this, that, and the other. There's loads of things that I would improve about this card. And yet, even with all that, I'm still thinking to myself, this isn't bad. I can use this if I'm willing to experiment, willing to have a little bit of fun. Maybe don't try and experiment with a full League One team. I played this guy in Foot Champs, by the way, and I'm still saying this. If you go watch the Curtis review, no disrespect to him in real life, and spoiler alert, he's not very good. I give him a very, very low rating. Henry has a respectable 80 overall rating. Now, I say that, I am in the 86 and under category. We've got a special team of the season category thing going on. We've ditched the class system for now. So I'm going to improve that a little bit as well going forward when we go back to normal reviews outside of team of the season. But the 86 and under category, I think, is fair. This is only going to be compared to 86 and under rated cards. I'm not comparing him to, even Ollie Watkins or anything like that. If I did compare him to Ollie Watkins, though, I mean, there would be a big gap there. Ollie Watkins was far better on the ball. He's quicker. There's a little bit more to Ollie Watkins, but Henry definitely as a cam has something to offer. But like I said, I wouldn't go into a Foot Champs game with him, and I wouldn't go into a high-rated Rivals game with him unless you are capable, unless you are good at the game, right? But what I would do is maybe build a decent team around him. I wouldn't go into any game with a full League One team unless you're willing to have a bit of fun and accept the fact that you are going to lose your fair share. Because like I said, you saw the team at the beginning. I went into my Foot Champs games with 3 League One cards, Henry, Curtis and Dabo, and I didn't have the best of teams built around them. There were some okay cards, but some dodgy cards here or there just to get the chemistry, really. And I paid the price. I didn't do too well in Foot Champs. I think I won as many games as I lost, but I could have done a lot better against some of the opponents that I played against. But because I had too many cards holding me back, as it were, Henry though was a bit of a shining light. He dragged the team forward a couple of times. Not that he's that good. He's going to do that time and time again. But there were just glimpses of, oh, that's a good pass. With an artist, I think he would have had the vision to pull that pass off, or maybe pull this pass off. And sometimes you're like, oh, I'd like to pass it there, but I don't think he's going to have the ability to do that. You try the pass, and it's overhit, underhit. It just goes a little bit left or right. But with an artist cam style, I honestly think as a cam, you could get an awful lot out of Henry, and I think that he could be a decent card. I say decent, take it with a pinch of salt. It's an 84 rated EFL team of the season. You're not going to get Kaká out of this. But if you are a fan of Oxford, or you want to build a low-rated team just for banter, not a bad card to get in there and to use as a cam. Wouldn't recommend him in any other position, but as a cam, not bad. Let me know what you think of this card and just the rest of the EFL team of the season cards. Maybe you find a hidden gem in the comments down below. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for new, of course. And until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.